Hello and welcome to Mystery Us. I'm Tony Pratt, your host for Mystery Us, and today on our program we have a panel of guests, and we're going to be discussing alternative health. We have with us Dr. Asa Andrew, who is America's health coach, Brenda Starr, Iridologist, and Shauna Bryan, who is a lifestyle coach. Welcome to the program, everybody.
Great to be with you.
Okay, Dr. Asa, I'll just call you Dr. Asa if that's cool. I think that's what people call you on your radio show.
Everybody calls me, that's fine.
Dr. Asa has a nationally syndicated radio program, and that airs locally on 99.7 FM.
That's right.
Okay, we're here to talk about natural medicine, so what is natural medicine?
Well, natural medicine really is a system that we develop that it combines traditional medicine and alternative medicine and puts it in one system to take people from where they are in their current state of health to where they need to be. And it's based around what's called a health triangle. And there's three main components to that. Number one is the mental aspect of health, because remember, we're all a sum of different parts. You have to look at the whole person and not just different pieces of them. In traditional medicine, that's what we've done for so long. Is someone comes in with cholesterol issues, you look at their heart or their liver. Someone comes in with diabetes, we'll look only at their pancreas, when there's much more to a person than simply that. So there's three sides to that. Number one is the mental aspect of health, and that's your brain chemistry, your neurotransmitters, and your subconscious mind, because we are what we think. Very, very important.
Sure.
Study after study at Harvard University has shown us that. So it's really important to dive into that with someone when you're dealing with their health. The second side is the chemical aspect of health, and that's all our body chemistry, how our heart, liver, lungs, kidneys, all the different systems work biochemically, and then of course all the nutritional deficiencies that are developed around that. We look for that in order to restore optimal health. The third side is the structural aspect of health, and that's the bones, muscles, and nerves, because the nerves are like the electric cords of the body. There's a nerve that goes to every organ, gland, and system in the body, and if the nerves don't work right, nothing in the body is going to work right. Almost like if you pull out a lamp cord, the light's going to go off, very similar to the body. So you have to evaluate that in the whole spectrum of things to find out exactly what's going on with someone, because it's not just about putting a Band-Aid over someone's symptom, such as high blood pressure or something like that, but it's about getting to the root of the issues, of figuring out why you're fine right now, but 10 years ago, or you're not fine right now, but 10 years ago, things were a little bit better than where they are now. So you have to get to the root of the issue and figure out why the body ever broke down. That's what natural medicine does. It's a system to figure that out.
Right now, your radio program is called Empowering Your Health, and that's also the title of your national best-selling book.
Right.
Now you talk about in your book the body's ability to regenerate itself, that the cells, do we actually have a new body every so often? I mean, how does that work?
Actually, it's about every 7 years that we get a total brand new body, but our body regenerates every single day. Each day, old cells are dying and new cells are forming. And the name of the radio show, we've changed it to Dr. Asa on Call, so it's been changed, but it was Empowering Your Health. But, when it comes to your body, we have to realize the hope that we have is that if we can make certain lifestyle changes every single day, then as our body's regenerating by the things that we eat, the air that we breathe, the water that we drink, the exercise that we either get or don't get, getting proper rest, all these sorts of things make a huge difference in the cellular turnover rate within our body. So the things we do today will determine the health that we will have tomorrow. So it's really important to understand that, but our cells are regenerating. So it doesn't matter if you're 7 or 97 years old. I always tell people your body can get better. So people come in, they're like, Dr. Asa, can I really get over diabetes? Absolutely. 80% of the health challenges that we have today are diet and lifestyle related. So if that's true, then you were fine 10 years ago, you're not now. So somehow, some way, it wasn't just genetics that you've lifestyled your way into where you are. But the good news is, if we can lifestyle our way in, then we can lifestyle our way out. And that's the reality when it comes to our health. It's not just about putting a Band-Aid over something, it's about getting to the root of the issue.
So what kind of diet do you recommend? What is the diet to give optimal health?
That's the issue that a lot of people talk about, and there's all kinds of diets out there, and I'm not knocking any diet. We've got high protein, low protein, high carb, low carb, high fat, low fat, vegetarian, all of these sorts of things. But I will tell you, after doing research for years upon years, I found one thing that I know for sure, is that the body always seeks to be in balance. It's not about high or low anything. It's about giving the body everything that it needs for proper health. So the anti-inflammatory diet is what's in my book, Empowering Your Health, and it's what I put on most patients that come into my office at the Center for Natural Medicine. We put them on this basic plan, and the first thing you want to do with anyone's health is rid the digestive tract of all the inflammation. inflammation, hence the name anti-inflammatory diet. So it's real simple. Equal amounts of lean protein sources like chicken, fish, eggs, that sort of thing. Low glycemic carbohydrates in the form of fruits and vegetables, staying off of most grain products because they create a lot of inflammation in the digestive tract, and then good healthy fats, omega-3, 6s, and 9s. You want to stay away from too much saturated fat, but a little bit of it is necessary to make the omega-3s that we use that we need so often work properly. Cod liver oil is one of the best sources of omega-3s that we have. It goes right into the bloodstream pretty much, doesn't have to bypass through the liver, and goes right in as an omega-3. So you want to have 33, 33, and 33, keeping that equal balance, and that gives the body its best chance for cellular turnover rate, for the regeneration that we're talking about.
Yeah, now the subheading of your book, Empowering Your Health, is Beat Genetics, Live Disease-Free, Discover the Last Prescription You Will Ever Need. Now, how do we beat genetics and live disease-free, and what is that prescription that will be the last one we'll ever need?
That's a great question. The reality is this: about 15% of the health challenges, as I like to call them, that we face every single day are genetic related or gene related or whatever.
Right.
You know, and people come in all the time and they almost think it's 90% genetics and 10% what we do with our lifestyle factors. Well, it's not that. It's really more about lifestyle. That's why 80 to 85% of the things we deal with are diet and lifestyle related. So to beat genetics, really, it's about your lifestyle choices every single day. Remember, if our body regenerates, then the choices we make today can and will determine the health we will have tomorrow. Really, the last prescription anyone needs, and we were talking about this before the show started, and the biggest challenge that I face every single day in the clinical setting is a person that does not want to get well. The greatest prescription I could write for someone is having the desire when they're facing diabetes or high blood pressure or even cancer, the ability that they want to get well, that they're willing to do whatever it takes, no matter how hard it might be. Giving up certain foods that they just love and that they just don't want to let go of. You know, exercising when they're saying, gosh, Dr. Asa, I just don't like exercising. Well, you know, get up off your duff. We got to get moving because it's the only way some people are going to get well. Not getting proper rest, loving to stay up late at night on the internet when they're needing to get that rest before 10 o'clock so they can get the best rest possible for their body. There's so many things that we need to do for promoting healthy lifestyle. Really, when it comes down to it, that's the core of everything. So the last prescription is the desire to get well. And when I face someone, when they say to me, Dr. Asa, you know, I'm just not willing to give that up, that's the reality, and that's the toughest challenge sometimes that we can face as healthcare practitioners.
Okay, you were talking about the subconscious mind. I know I've suffered from ulcerative colitis for many, many years, and one of the things that improved it the most was when I just changed the words that was coming out of my own mouth that I was telling my subconscious mind that was sabotaging my own health, even just joking around about it, but my subconscious didn't know I was joking.
I know. In the book I talk about that. The subconscious mind is like a computer. And the self-talk, which we all have, you know, people get frustrated, they'll say things to themselves all day long and not even know it. I'm an idiot, I'm stupid, I'll never lose weight, I'll always have cancer, I'll always have diabetes, Mama had it, Grandma had it, you know, I'm going to just have it. It's just a fact of life, when really that's not the case. So our subconscious mind is like a computer. Whatever you say to yourself, literally you can reprogram, and actually they're doing studies right now. There's a new field of study, which I'll be writing about in my new book, called epigenetics. And they're finding that by literally the things that come out of our mouth and the way we think, we can literally alter our own DNA.
Great.
So it's amazing.
Okay, Brenda Starr, you're an iridologist. Now, what is iridology?
Okay, iridology is the science of determining what's happening in your body through the iris of the eye. Your eyes are like little computer chips that show exactly what's happening inside your body. Every condition, every organ in your body, every gland in your body will show in the iris of the eye. So I make photographs of the eyes, and the eyes will show if you have a strong heart, if you have a weak heart. It shows the underlying conditions in the body. Shows genetic weaknesses. In iridology, we don't name diseases because, in my opinion, the name of a disease does not mean anything. You know, in the medical field, they have to put a name with a disease, but any name just means a set of symptoms and issues that have led for that name to be called. But when you start taking away the causes of that problem, then you don't have a disease anymore. So through iridology, you can help people do away with the root cause that is causing that named disease.
Now, notice on your website that you mentioned that in Russia, only medical doctors are allowed to use iridology.
Yes, in
Why
other
is that?
countries, and I wish it were that way here.
Yeah.
Before doctors there will see a patient, they require them to have iridology done so they'll know what they're dealing with. They won't be guessing, because oftentimes with traditional type testing, it can be, not exactly right on. It can be according to what you've eaten the day before, your lifestyle you've led for the last week. With the eyes, you can't fool the eyes. They will always be the same. It will show underlying issues in the body, and it will show basically what's causing these problems. So when somebody comes to me, when they come to me, they find out what's causing the problem, what to do about it, and then they can go and live a healthy life. They don't have to continually feeling tired and fatigued and wondering what's going on in their life, because you can see what's causing the problem, and once you speak to the problem, then you can live this successful, happy life rather than taking medications all your life to fix a symptom. In other words, with iridology, we deal with root causes, not symptoms.
Now, what's the connection between iridology and herbology?
Well, iridology is the science of seeing what the problem is. Then herbology and other alternative or natural type medicines then are dealing with helping to rid the body of that particular problem. Let's say a person comes in and they may have gone to doctors and been diagnosed with some named disease, and they may have been taking medicines for years, but they're still not feeling any better. So when I look in their eyes, I can see right away what they're doing has nothing to do with the problem. So when we start doing away with root causes through natural means, then the problem will go away. They're free of medications, they're free of the pain, they're free of their disease.
Yes. Now, you talk about the lifestyles of the fit and fabulous. It sounds great. What is that?
It is. It's wonderful. People can have a lifestyle of the fit and fabulous. They don't have to go around lying on the sofa because they're tired and fatigued, or anxiety attacks and all these things that people are having. They can live fit and fabulous. They can remain, slim, trim, feeling good, on the go. Like I tell people, when you're 110, you should still be able to wear your mini skirt if you want to, feel good, get out and run around the block, do whatever you want to, because age has nothing to do with it. So many times when people come to me, they'll say, well, the doctor told me that now that I'm 40, this is normal for me to feel that way. And I said, don't you ever believe that. Don't let anybody pin you to an age. There's no such thing. Right. The years only have to do with how you've taken care of your body.
Right, your true age is much different than what your actual
Exactly, and this
number.
is the wonderful thing. When people come to my office, I have them to put their birth date, and they'll say, why do you want the birth date? I say, I want to see how long it took you to get in this condition. So, because I have some people come in that's 30, you would think they're in their 50s or older, and they're pathetic. They're like this, I don't feel good, and they're 30. They should be out there doing backflips through the parking lot.
That's right.
But then you have other people come in 60s, 70s that have taken care of themselves. You would think they're in their 40s or 50s. So it's all a matter of how we take care of ourselves, mentally, physically, and spiritually. So it's not a matter of living out of bottles, doctor's offices, and so forth. So the lifestyles of the fit and fabulous is taking care of your body, your mind, spirit, physical.
Okay, Shauna Bryan, you're a lifestyle coach. What is your background? I mean, how did you become a lifestyle coach, and what does that mean?
Well, I actually grew up in Mississippi, so I had the worst lifestyle you can imagine when it came to eating and taking care of yourself. I've had relatives die at early ages, even as early as age 10. I mean, it was just terrible. So after growing up with such an unhealthy lifestyle, I decided to go into the field of social work, and I got a master's degree, and I worked for about 10 years with addictions counseling, mental health services, and then I thought, oh my goodness, I'm spending all this time taking care of everyone else, and I don't really know how to be healthy myself. And one thing I really saw in all those years of practice is that no one really paid attention to what they were putting in their body as far as food and drink and drugs and alcohol goes. And so I just set out on a mission to get healthy myself. I said, well, if I'm going to help these people get healthy, I need to know how to do it. And I ran across Dr. Sherry Lieberman, a PhD in nutrition and exercise physiology, practicing in New York. And I went and trained under her.
Great.
and got my certified lifestyle transitions coaching certificate, and just put that together with all my years of counseling experience, and designed a program so that I can help people one-on-one and in groups and corporate wellness programs.
Okay, if someone comes in and wants a consultation with you, what kind of assessment can they expect? What's your process of determining what they need?
I try to find out all I can about a person's background as far as health-wise, family history. I use a DNA screening process so I can see what they're predisposed to physically and genetically. I do an extensive background on what they're eating, their exercise programs, what kind of diets and things they've tried, what's worked for them. And I have them write down exactly what they eat for about a week, and so I can look at that. And then I like to do consultations, and I have a team of people that do this with me, but in people's homes, so we can actually see what they're eating, and I can look in the refrigerator and the cabinets, and so they can't lie to me. That's a great part of it. And actually in the consultation, I also offer cleaning out the cabinets, getting all the sugar and all the things that are causing health problems out of the house. I take it out in black garbage bags, and then I also take the clients grocery shopping, either individually or I take the whole family. That's always a hoot. And teach them, what is healthy to buy. So basically I'm holding their hand in the process.
Okay, now the program that you have is called the Transitions Program. What are the key components of that?
The key components are creating a healthy lifestyle with eating a healthy diet, like a balanced diet like Dr. Asa was talking about. I loved everything he said about that. And also looking at what's going on in the family, in the household, at work, as far as stress goes. Because when people are stressed, they stress eat, they emotional eat, they don't take care of themselves, they don't sleep well. So I look at that and then create a program of stress management with a moderate exercise program, and then also supplementation as needed.
Now, how does this differ from other type programs? What's the difference? Is there a difference?
Transitions is not a diet.
Okay.
I actually hate the word diet because if you look at the word, the first three letters are die. And I hate that word. And so Transitions is a healthy lifestyle program.
Yeah.
And in the program, just focusing on learning new behaviors. It's all about education, support, accountability, and just learning how to live a healthy lifestyle. In a diet, per se, let's say like a Weight Watchers, you're counting things, counting calories, you're restricting calories, you're losing weight as muscle. And then when people start eating regularly again, they gain the weight back and they wonder, why do they keep gaining and losing the same, 50 pounds? Because you're going on a diet.
Absolutely. Okay, we're going to mix it up a little bit now. Dr. Asa, you are the founder of the Center for Natural Medicine.
That's right.
Here in Nashville. Now, where is that located?
It's in the Belmead area of Nashville.
Okay.
And again, it's a combination of alternative and traditional medicine together. We have a team of physicians and wonderful staff there to take care of people because, there's a lot of diagnostic testing that has to be done, do extensive amount of blood work on people. A lot of people come in, and the kind of people really that come in there are ones that are terminal cancer all the way to I just want to lose weight, to my big toe hurts, to I've got diabetes, to I don't want to get diabetes, my grandma has it. Everything under the sun comes in, from kids all the way till 93 years old. Got a sweet little lady in there right now who's one of my favorites. And well, actually, they're all my favorite, but I just got, she's been amazing. She came in a year ago. I need to tell you this story. And severely anemic. The doctors could not, she'd been to Mayo Clinic, they could not get her levels up as far as her iron levels in her blood. And we've been able to do that. And now she came in with a walker. She's not even using that anymore.
That's
so
great.
Story after story like that, it's about taking people from where they are to where they need to be, getting to the root issue, and really giving hope. And that's kind of our tagline is Diagnosis Hope. To give people the hope that they can get their health back.
And your website is AsaAndrew.com.
No S. It's
No S on Andrew.
Andrew.com.
AsaAndrew.com.
That's right.
Now, Brenda, where is your practice located?
And my office is in Green Hills on Crestmore in the Green Hills area.
Right.
And the same way as Asa was speaking, when people come in and we put them on the lifestyle programs, finding out how to work with the issue, it's amazing how their life can change, and have testimonial, hundreds and hundreds of testimonials of people that, like he just gave examples of people who came in who thought their life was over. I mean, young people to all ages, but when they find out the lifestyle for the health, then the health returns, and then they can be fabulous again.
Right. And your website is?
BrendaStarr.org.
BrendaStarr.org.
That's with one R, BrendaStarr.org.
Okay, Shauna, do you work out of your home, or do you
I have an office out in Franklin,
Okay, out in
and then
Franklin.
I'm mobile, and I take referrals from physician offices. So I'm all over the place.
And
Great
people
way to
can,
reach a lot of people that way.
yeah, people can contact you through email. Your
Okay.
email is
Shauna Bryan at bellsouth.net.
Shauna Bryan at bellsouth.net, and we'll have all that up on the screen for everyone. Dr. Asa, you at the Center for Natural Medicine, do you accept insurance, or I mean, how do people pay? How does all that work?
Well, actually we do, and the reason that we do everything we can to help a person, because now with the radio show and getting into television, we've got people that fly in from all over, and I want to make it affordable and workable for everyone, because in the field of natural medicine in this area, a lot of practitioners around the country, there's only several clinics, it's all cash pay, which can be really expensive. So what we do is do everything we can to help people's insurance. We take most health insurance plans, but you know, you have a variety of people that can't pay, still come.
Right.
We make a way to work for everybody. And a big thing that we're really big on is having a team approach with everyone. In-house, we have multiple specialties with different physicians that will look at a person regardless of whatever the health challenge might be. And then we also work with other specialists around town so that we have a great team of people around each individual so they'll get the best health care possible.
That's great.
Yeah.
Okay, Brenda, now I've heard that, and maybe you can't name any names or whatever, but you've got quite a few elite clientele, and you know anybody in Hollywood that can help us out and get the show
Check
out
into
west?
that. We have a lot of people in the entertainment music field because you know they always have high stress and
Sure.
and difficulty with weight and so many issues because they're on the road, and on the stage. So I'm able to see where their difficulties are, again, by looking in the eyes and map out a lifestyle program for them so that they can stay fit and fabulous and famous.
Now, Shauna, I heard a rumor that you also work somehow with pets.
I do,
Yeah.
that is so true. I've had pets sometimes lose as much weight as the parents, the people. What happens is when I'm in someone's home, I'm able to see the whole environment, and they typically have pets these days, and we've made our pets fat
Yeah.
with what we're feeding them, and our pets don't get exercise just like us. And you know, I noticed that clients start paying attention more to what they're feeding their pets and exercise, and the pets end up being healthy, losing weight, living longer.
So do you put the pets on a low-fat diet, or?
You know, if they request, what I do is I look at the ingredients of the food,
Right.
just to check and see what's in there. And I always recommend like a low glycemic, healthy, balanced diet for the animals as well.
And I was going to ask you about health interventions. What type of interventions were you going to tell me about?
Well, I did interventions back in the addiction field for several years, and so I just took that strategy into the health field. Because a lot of times people have family members who just don't know they have a problem, or don't know they're about to die, or you know, people just are worried about their family members, and so I can go in and meet with the family and just strategize on how to confront the person and actually do a health intervention and get that person on a healthy lifestyle program. Just have everyone tell them how they feel about them and they care about them, and really just turn things around with their health.
I want to ask each one of you, what are your final thoughts and advice to our viewing audience?
Well, the one thing that I would like to say is that regardless of whatever your health challenge might be, great or small, whether you're absolutely thriving or challenged in a hospital bed, the body regenerates every single day. That means each day old cells are dying and new cells are forming. That's great news for anyone because people come in all the time. They talk to me on the radio. They talk to me in the clinic. Dr. Asa, can I get my health back? The reality is if your body's regenerating, then you can get your health back. There's hope to get your health back. Regardless of what you're dealing with, there's always hope.
Okay, Brenda?
And mine is very similar. And I would like to know, them to know that by looking in the eyes, you can tell exactly what the problem is, so they'll know how to address the issue. And once they start addressing the issue, they can feel good. So I want people to know that they don't have to feel tired, they don't have to feel fatigued, they don't have to live on medications, that their body does re-heal itself. The body is given an intelligence that it can heal itself. If you know what to do and what to leave off, the body has that innate intelligence to heal itself. So you can feel wonderful and, again, fit and fabulous, and I want people to know that. You don't have to live being sick and tired.
Absolutely. Okay, Shauna,
Oh
what's
my
your
goodness,
final
ditto
thoughts?
with all they said. Well, anyone can lose weight. Anyone can live a healthy lifestyle. Take it from me. If I can do it, anybody can. It's easy. It's not about deprivation. It's just about change and educating yourself about being healthier and making the change, making the commitment.
Great. Well, I want to thank all of you for being on Mystery Us. Dr. Asa Andrew, America's health coach, Brenda Starr, Iridologist, and Shauna Bryan, lifestyle coach. Thank you so much.
Thank
Great
you.
being with you.